Hey, yay, I'm right back at you like I never left, and I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear, because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is my thoughts 128 on a funny character. Um, he comes to us from I don't know where. I don't get into his story that deeply because he's really nobody to get into that deeply. It's all kind of stuff going around surrounding his name on the internet, good and bad. Um, but once you see a lot of things that's bad, alarming, and shocking, that leads you to put a dent in this person's credibility. Okay, what am I saying? If a person don't have credibility, a lot of the crazy claims and a lot of the crazy theories that a person could put forth, the average person that understand his credibility is shot would deem it void. Anything he's saying would say, nah, a guy like that, he don't have any credibility. Uh, no matter what he said, we don't buy it. Okay. So when you start talking about things in the metaphysical, meta means out of, and physical means the physical, the body. Anytime a person said he had metaphysical experiences, outer body, all this type of stuff, there's no way to measure um, truth or false to that. Whether he had a personal experience of some type of uh, whatever you want to call it, spiritual, some type of, again, metaphysical experience to where he left his body and all this type of stuff, that's something that he experienced. How do you measure that for truth? What's the truth value on that? Okay. And I'm talking about a guy named Billy Carson. Okay, now there's some stuff on the internet saying he went by another name because he found a little trouble, but that's allegedly, that's hearsay, and he's still saying that that's hearsay. So I'm not here to kick the brother around. Let's just say that's hearsay. But if that was even surrounding any figures that was going around making claims that you have to either deem true or false, once you see that dent or that knock in his credibility, that goes a long way to when he get up there and produce and presents himself to the world. And a lot of people might be like, nah, he got some faults to him. So when he's presenting that to me, I don't take it. And then the people that don't know, he can present himself like this shiny, clean figure, never did anything, and they'll follow suit. Okay. So it seems like a lot of people have that because everyone has a past. And you don't judge a person on his past, but that's their record. It's as if I had a DUI and I had another DUI. I was a three-time DUI man. Okay. Now the police pulled me over. It's Friday. Let's just rap. Let's ride. This is for uh, uh, Dr. Larry. He was out of Texas. 42 ye 42 years in. Lee Andrew Larry, Dr. Larry. Okay. Let's ride. You know what I mean? He used to say, you take your shank out, let's ride, y'all. I wanna get this in memory of Dr. Larry. Now, um, this gentleman, well, like I said, a lot of people had a past and things like that. So you can get up and present yourself, and you can be anything that you present yourself to the world. But for a person to have all these outer body and all these experiences, what can you deem it? What can you deem it to be plausible, or what can you deem it to be factual or unfactual? Okay. Again, we're talking about Billy Carson. Uh, a lot of things has been alleged by him, and you don't hold the person on their past. That's what I was talking about. You go by their credibility. Again, when you come before the judge, and I had 3 DUIs, then I get pulled over one day on the auspicious of me being drunk. They ran my name on the computer for my license plates. It said this gentleman has had 3 DUIs in the past. I'm all over the lane. Let's just say I was sleepy. I wasn't even drunk. His first suspicion of me is that I'm driving drunk. Why? Because that's what my record shows him. I've had 3 DUIs in the past. He cannot go outside of that record until he come out, speak to me. He might say, hey, man, this guy not drunk. I don't smell any liquor. There's a lot of things that they go through before they deem that credibility shot, or they say, hey, man, this guy is drunk straight from the initial appearance. As soon as I see you, when we first encounter each other, you drunk. Okay. So that's what a lot of people would do to people with a past. You don't judge them on it, but you still have to say, what's in his past? Okay, if he have this in his past, he's no good to us. A lot of people throw you right out on that. No, he has a past, a lengthy past, criminal of some sort, scamming of some sort, funny business moves of some sort, ridiculous statements and claims, don't know what he's speaking about of some sort. So all this is entangled around a gentleman that I want to do my thoughts on this video. And he's speaking about stuff out of the Bible. Okay. And he's saying now they don't even know about the 112, the 12 Bible. That's an apocryphal Bible. Apocryphal means false and fictitious writers. You will never know who wrote it. And it's not a historical document. The Bible is not even a historical document. 66 books in the Bible, 39 in the Old Testament, 27 in the New. None of it has been deemed a historical document, not one book. So when he's speaking about this so vigorously and so sure about himself, and he's talking about they don't even know about the book of 12, that's trash. It wasn't even meant to get in the 66 books of the Bible. That's trash. When they throw out lost books and all that, go argue with the people. It's a body of people, the canon committee. Go argue with them and say, hey, put all the books back. But don't come to the world and present some lost book as like it's historical or history. Nothing that this man talks about can be founded in human being history. Okay. 99% of the stuff that this man talk about is from a gentleman named Maurice Durrell. Okay. Let's look at the video. Let's look at Cilly Barson. And the reason I'm saying that is because his name is Billy Carson. But when he speak, you think you in everything is being turned around. You think you in a upside down. All his knowledge is silly. Nothing can be substantiated that this man say. Just erroneous claims. Where's the tablet, the real tablet, the emerald tablet? There never been one. Oh, down in the Vatican has 5 miles. Vatican has just over and over talking. When a person talk that much, he's full of crap mostly. Let's look at the video. I don't own the video. The page is called Thoth Anunnaki. I'm sure it's his page. He's the only gentleman on it, or who's ever presented. They only present this man. He's the headliner on the page. Go follow that page, Thoth Anunnaki, Thoth Anunnaki, because he wants to make sure it's European, as Maurice Durrell says. So it's Thoth, the Anunnaki. That's the page, but he always speak about Thoth, the Atlantean. Okay. Brought to you by Maurice Durrell. Let's look at the video. I don't own it. This is a fair use. I'm going to give criticism. I'm going to give scrutiny. And this is a teaching moment. So this is a fair use act. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And I thank you for watching.
Okay, thanks, Chris. He was in Egypt. Somebody got some knowledge. He was in Egypt. At 12, he went to Egypt to an area called Coptic Cairo with a C, C-O-P-T-I-C, Coptic Cairo, where the cross already long existed, long before Christianity even came into existence. Jesus was not a Christian because Christianity didn't exist. Christ consciousness existed, and there had been many Christs that had walked the planet long before Yeshua, because his name isn't Jesus. I'm only saying Jesus to make you guys understand who I'm talking about. The name is Yeshua. Okay. And so the house that he lived in is a shrine. I've been to the house several times. It's in Coptic Cairo. The bed he slept in is still there in the basement crypt area. It's still there. The name is engraved in the windowsill. Him and his mom both went there and lived there. While he was there, what did he do? What did Jesus do? He went to go study the Egyptian mysteries. Yeah, the Egyptian mysteries of taught by who? Thoth, Thoth, the king of knowledge and wisdom. Tahuti, by many names, you know him by many names. Kukulkan, Viracocha, by many, many names around this planet. Thor, Mercury.
Oh man, silly. Listen here, Cilly Barson. Listen, my brother. You look to be African, but that's just the outer shell. Okay. This man is European at heart. He has a European base in the motor. His motor is of a European origin. What am I saying? Let's ride this Friday. Y'all ride with me. I know I'm being long with it, but I want to break this down. This man disturbs me and shocks me. Everything he's based on is of Western academia. He never challenges Western academia. He goes right with it. And it reminds me of a lot of the old ancestors. They brought forth good fact finding, uh, history that they found, and they thought it was real. But they never challenged Western academia and say, hey, I call BS on that. A lot of the ancestors didn't do that. When they found that literature, they presented it to the world as real because they found it. Now, a lot of the ancestors failed to believing in Jesus. Moses was real, all the stories was real. But we don't have to have that today. There's not one mention of a man named Moses in Egyptian history. It's not on the walls. There's not one mention of a man named Abraham anywhere in Egyptian literature. It's not written anywhere. This Thoth, the Atlantean that this man always talk about, produced one scroll that says it. Produced one hieroglyph that says Thoth, the Atlantean. We'll be waiting, because I'll definitely be waiting. He doesn't show anything. Only book he brings, he said, I'm reading from my book. I have my book here. My number one selling book, Amazon selling book. This is a European man at heart. He dated European women. He beat up all the other women, allegedly. See, all this surrounds the brother, and I'm not kicking him around. I'm giving you a story and a little history of this brother bringing this European knowledge to African people. Now, let's say African people is not his audience, but that's not here nor there. If his base audience is the European crazy man that wants to believe everything is space shuttle and spaceship, that has its damaging property too, because they get it from him, present it to the world, and other Africans will see it. Okay. Nothing he says is based upon African culture, literature, history, nothing. He don't even consider that is African people that he's speaking about. Now, this Jesus the Christ crap, he don't know what he's talking about. I've been to the shrine. His house is a shrine. It's up under a church. Okay. 10 meters under, which would flood out from time to time when the Nile Valley flood out. He talking about Coptic Cairo, that's in Egypt. So Jesus was never under there. Okay. This came about in the 10th century AD. If you go look it up, they'll say it seems to be some fundamental things was going on there in the 6th century BC. That's a lie. The churches was built anywhere from 10th century on AD. And if it's anything previous to that, from the 700s to the 1000s AD, Jesus was around in BC time. Okay. And the common era, but he died around 30 to 33 AD. So if these churches wasn't even established until 700 AD, where was Jesus and his mother Mary and all them living in there? And he has his name inscribed in a window. I seen it. I seen the bed that he lays in. This is a European man dressed up as Halloween. And it's like April Fools. See, Keenan and Kel, the brothers, Jordan Peele and all them, not Keenan and Kel, I'm sorry. Key and Peele, The brothers that do like the spoof comedy like Dave Chappelle, they should do a scary movie about a brother like this. See, they had a joke, and Dave Chappelle did the Black Klansman. Then they had a movie, The Black Klansman. That's this man. That's this man. I'm not alleging nothing. I'm telling you what he is. He looks blacker than me as far as melanin and hue. Okay, his skin color and everything that he's about. Got a little afro. But look at his eyes. He's not connected to nothing. This brother is outer space, just like the information he brings you. Now, these space people are not Africans. See, the Anunnaki and all that stuff, he don't say that these are African. They just some special, I call them special white men. Because every time you talk about them, it's a European man leading the charge. Now he's here with the Europeans' permission, and he took charge. He's the leading candidate in bringing up the special white man. That's the name I gave all this Anunnaki and Mesopotamian, Babylon. That's the name I gave them because they're trying to find some special people that can predate African people. No, you can't do that. So this Thoth, he went to learn from Thoth. He learned the mystery schools. What did he learn? All the Egyptian mystery schools. So this Jesus the Christ can go to Egypt, learn all the mystery schools at 12 years old. It's not stated anywhere other than his mouth in the book of the 12, Gospel of the 12, okay, which is apocryphal, which is trash, not historical. See, everything he talks about cannot be substantiated. I have my book. I'm going to read from my book. And you can go get my zinc, copper water. It drinks it. You can drink tansium, magnesium, potassium chloride, and you can drink zinc chloride. I mean, just silliness. But you go out and buy that water, huh? Y'all go out there and buy that zinc, huh? Y'all go out there and buy that silver nitrate, huh? Y'all go out there and buy that gold drippings and supposed to be gold dust that he bring into a water, huh? Because when you go on his site, it's sold out. This man is a 100% walking fraud. He's after the dollar amount, and that's all he's after. When he's giving you that silly literature and knowledge to read, it's from Maurice DeReal, the tablets, emerald tablets that he put in his book. Now he presents it to the world as if it's something groundbreaking and new that you should get into. This man is a waste of space. This man is a waste of time. He does not even have an African wife. The ones he did have, allegedly, he beat them up, divorced them, all this crazy stuff. He wasn't anything to the children. Children hate him, allegedly. But this wasn't to kick him around. I'm giving you his history that's aligned and surrounded around this man. See, the stories he have, it's stories surrounded around him. So the stories he's trying to surround around people that he heard, these are the stories we heard about him. So that's my thoughts on the video. This is Cilly Barson. The reason I did that because he takes you to the X-Files. And if you look in the man's eyes, you can see what the man is about. This man is of European origin. He's African in ancestry and descent, but he's of European origin because he has a European heart and a European base foundation. Everything he speaks is of European origin. He don't care about nothing African. I never heard him once say nothing about Dr. Ben. I never heard him once say nothing about Yosef Ben Yakanan, Dr. Ben. I said Dr. Clark. I never heard him say nothing about Sheikh Anta Diop. I never heard him say nothing about Francis Cress Wilson. Never. I never heard him say nothing about Ivan Van Sertima. Maybe I'm watching the wrong stuff. But every time I see him, he's talking about this Thoth the Atlantean. Thoth the Atlantean, that understanding he talk about is an African understanding. That's part of the African spiritual system. So to remove Thoth from Egypt and predate him somewhere that the Europeans said he was, Maurice DeReal, and make him an Atlantean, you out of your damn mind, sir, and you need a first class ass whooping. Cilly Barson. He's X-Files because his mind is fried, and you look in his eyes, he's outer space. He lives outer space. He's just occupying his body in the physical, but his mind lives outer space. That's why I flipped the letters on his name, because he's X-Files. Okay? It's little Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul, Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. This is what I do, and I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. Listen to this. This was not the attack and jump on this man, Cilly Barson. No, this is to show you who he is, and what he's doing. It's very dangerous. If this man was in slavery time, you had a gentleman like Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, and all these people. Okay, they would have said, "Listen, that old house nigga, Cilly Barson, we're gonna have to get him together. He's a detriment to what we got going on here. We all plan to break and go kill the slave master." But he said he would alert and tell old boss and master what we're doing. And matter of fact, we put him to the test and he's failed. A couple of us stole a couple of T-bones and pork chops. He went back and alerted him, and they whipped old Raymond for that. So he gives inside tips and trade secrets and stuff that we're going to do for ourselves. He gives it and run it back to old boss. So we're going to get that boy and we're going to kill him. This is what they would have did. This is how the story goes now. If he was in slavery time, he'd be hung, not by the European, by our own people, because he's a slap in the face to people that look like me and you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching. And remember, education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon, pick up some knowledge. This man need a first-class ass whooping. Yay, yay. See y'all next week.